Who are these people? Why are they here? Are they wondering why I'm here? Why am I here? What was that? What are those? What do I do here? That's a great question. And you know, a lot of people have the same questions. A lot. Like 95.3% of people who aren't active gym members a lot.
Movement is an important key to health. It doesn't have to be in the gym.
You're totally right about that. And I absolutely support movement habits of any kind. Even random sporadic kinds that other fit pros may consider inconsistent. All movement is good movement. For many of us, however, all movement we can get has to be intentional movement. Advancement in technology has forced the increase of sedentary jobs up 83% since 1950.
So if we're supposed to sleep 8 hours and work 8 hours, and you only have 8 hours left in your day, 2 hours in the car each day, 2 hours getting my kids ready for school, bath time, cooking, getting dinner ready, don't get me started on the hour of homework, karate class, baseball, when is there time to do anything else?
So literally, any intentional movement you could fit in would be great. A lot of fun and helpful movement can be found in your local big box gym for a very reasonable price point. So we want to help you explore what's there, and that's why we started this show. No matter what your goals are, or even if you're not sure of them, or even if they change, I'm here to answer the question, what do I do at the gym? This episode we're talking about the biggest elephants in the room, the cable machines. Cable machines come in all shapes and sizes. I'm going to show you the common features between most of them, explain what they're best used for and what all they can do, show you some exercises, and help you with a plan to get you started using one every once in a while, or as part of your regular workout. Remember, everything we talk about and feature on What Do I Do at the Gym operates on the assumption that anyone, from an absolute gym newbie to a seasoned strength athlete, can learn something from this show. So let's get into it then. The first thing you need to know about the cable machine is that there are literally thousands of styles of cable machines. A cable machine is simply any weight machine which operates with the use of a cable. The weights themselves can either be stacked rectangular weight or a round plate weight style. We're going to focus on the cable machines which operate on rectangular plate stacks because they're actually more common than the ones which hold the round plates and are far more accessible to own at home. The weight is moved by the cable and some supporting pieces. The cable is attached to any number of pulleys and delivered to the user via a selection of over a dozen hand, arm, or leg attachments or levers. Not only are there those variables, but different manufacturers will create the metal framework differently from one machine to the next. Some have interchangeable handles and some have fixed points for pushing and pulling. Some are even designed to only work one single muscle group. Those are called selectorizer machines. Some of those even operate with round plates, but the majority we see in the big box gym use cables. Working one or two focused muscle groups at a time intentionally is called isolation. Selectorized machines are used frequently by bodybuilders for the isolation they provide, because bodybuilders are judged on specific aesthetic and development of their symmetry of muscle groups. Because they're handy-dandy helpful graphics on the side and the fact that they're found in most major big box gyms, selectorized machines are a great introduction to strength training and learning which movements activate which muscle groups. Since those come with instructions, we won't be focusing on those today. Nope. Instead, we are going to approach the one without the helpful sticker graphics, like this one, and that one. They may all seem pretty different, but there are many common elements between them all. Here we go. They all have a plate stack and a way to select which plate you want to use. Never put your fingers near the plate stack and never ever touch the plates themselves. You shouldn't need to in order to change the weight. You don't want to risk getting your fingers smashed because someone grabbed the handle at the other end. Most commonly, there's a pin and holes. If it has a locking mechanism, there will be a button on the front or a way to squeeze the sides to remove it. While making sure no one else is touching the handle on the other end of the cable, simply remove the pin from one hole and push it into the hole of the weight you want to use. Kind of. I'll get to that in a second. The plate you put the pin into now represents the amount of resistance you'd like to use and will move up and down during the use, along with the weights above it. The weights below it will rest in place. There are newer cable machines being installed in gyms now which change their weight via plastic switch mechanism on the plate you wish to use. These are pretty new to all of us, and the instructions are pretty straightforward. Just know that in order to select and change the weight, you'll probably have to touch a mechanism on or near the weight itself. But before touching anything on the machine, choose a weight. When in doubt, go very light. No one can really tell how much one of those plates weighs. They may be labeled with numbers which reflect how much each plate and the plate above it actually weighs, or can sometimes estimate the force at the point where you grab the handle, or sometimes they're just totally arbitrary. Even if the numbers did reflect the actual amount each plate plus the ones above it weigh, it won't reflect the actual resistance you're applying to the weight. The weight isn't moved by you necessarily, it's further away from your body than it would be if you were holding it, no matter where you're using the machine from. It's attached to a cable, ran through at least one pulley, and attached to a lever of some sort. These are all simple machines, which make work easier. So although mostly overall these numbers on the plates are arbitrary, you can still measure your progress with the numbers provided if you use the same machine consistently. If you gym hop or use one at home, I wouldn't count on them being equal to one another, but that's okay. Later we're going to talk about how to do an appropriate amount of work on the cable machine for your unique body. Next, you're going to decide which handle or strap you'd like to use, and you may have to decide which height to set the strap or handle at. Here's Danielle with more about that.
So I am going to show you all of the attachments and tools that you will need at your gym for this guy, the cable machine. Your machine might look a little bit different than this, and your attachments may look a little bit different than the ones that I have, but that's okay because they all do pretty much the same exact things. First off, I'm going to start with the basic clip. This is just a carabiner clip that you push down, take the attachment, put it right in there, and then attach it to the machine. To take it off, you just bring this up, push this in, slide it out, and it's off. If it's something that is fixed on the machine, all you're gonna do is walk up, push it on, and that's it. More than likely, you're gonna be at a box gym that everyone leaves their attachments still attached to the machines. They don't put them away. Just be the person that puts away your accessories and attachments after you use them. We're going to start with this guy. The one your gym may be made of rope with two little knobby pull things at the end. Pretty much every trainer makes up their own names for different exercises and different equipment. It's just that one particular piece of equipment may have 4 or 5 different names, just like one exercise may have 7 or 8 different names. It's just a matter of who you talk to and what we like to call it. We make up our own stuff all of the time. This particular handle, accessory, attachment, if you will, is for tricep pull downs. You could also do some shoulder exercises with it. You could also do some back exercises with this. It's just a matter of if it pulls apart really wide so you can get a really good range of motion. This is the lat pull down bar. Typically you will see it hanging from above and people will pull down like this. Close grip handle. This is really good for bicep curls. If you have the clip down at the bottom, you can pull the cable up and do some bicep curls with this. Pull it up and do some shoulder and trap work. You could do this as your pull down bar. If this is the only one that is left in your accessory bin because somebody else is using the actual lat pull down bar, this is not a bad alternative. The single handle, like I said, sometimes the gym equipment will look different than the one that I have here. Sometimes they'll be metal, sometimes they'll be plastic, sometimes they'll be made of like a neoprene type of plasticky rubber. This particular handle, you could do overhand grip, you could do underhand grip, depending on exactly what exercise and muscle group that you're targeting. This you can do single bicep curls, or isolated bicep curls rather. And like I said, remember every single exercise and every single piece of equipment is going to have a different name. It's not the name that matters, it's what you do with it. And this guy. If your gym doesn't have an ankle strap, which is what this I guess is called, you could put your foot through this handle and kick straight out. There's lots of different uses for all of these different things.
Your gym may have a collection or a space where they store these handles. Here's what it looks like at my big box gym. Or it might be a what you see is what you get scenario with what's on the machine. If more stations of the machine are unoccupied, don't be afraid to take a handle from one side of the machine and change it for the side you're intending to use. Just remember, it's always good gym etiquette to put anything back where you found it when you started your workout. Once you've decided on what handle would be best for the exercise you'd like to perform, hint, you can do any of the exercises with any of the handles. You have to attach it. Some machines' pulleys will be fixed in place and won't move up and down, but many machines feature adjustable pulleys. The adjustable pulleys make the machine's functionality even more diverse because it makes it possible for you to specify the starting location of the exercise height-wise. Pulleys adjust in a variety of ways, and the new safer models can be operated with one hand, while older machines will require you hold the pulley with one hand while using a spring-loaded pin to lock and unlock it in place. With adjustable pulleys which require two hands, the pinch risk is real. Be sure you know where your fingers are at all times, or when in doubt, just ask the friendly and helpful gym staff and tell them I sent you. Here's one of my favorite exercises to do with adjustable pulleys, which you can put at your unique shoulder height on each side of you. This style cable machine, the middle part at least, is called a crossover because the cables from each side are designed to be used in the middle by the same user at the same time for a variety of exercises. This one's called the chest fly. Oh geez, if you want to know how many you need to do, we first have to go over how our bodies get strong. Our bodies are incredible machines. They adapt to a lot of cool things to help us survive. So here's how strength building works. You show up to work one day and maybe your job is a pyramid builder. I don't know. You do the work, carry some bricks around, climb up and down some ramps, that kind of stuff. When the work for that day is done, your body says, "Oh hey, so today was good, but I bet it could be even better. I'm going to adapt your muscles for you so that tomorrow the work is a little less hard on us." So it breaks down the muscle that you currently have and builds up stronger and sometimes bigger. When you go back to work, things feel lighter because your body wants to preserve itself. It wants to make things easier for you. You know the saying, it doesn't get easier, you get stronger? That's a real thing. Maybe you get promotion to heavier brick carrier because your body is now moving those lighter bricks easier and faster. So, how does this relate to strength training? You'll start with just lifting a few pounds. With a few days rest, your body adapts. Now, it might not get easier tomorrow or next week, but you will get stronger. Your body gets comfortable with that weight, and it definitely feels easier. And that's when and why you'll go up in weight on that particular exercise. You should be able to do 12 reps with the weight you're starting with. If you can do more, that's okay for now. The first set is just your warm-up set. If you can't do 12, stop, rest for a few minutes, and lighten the load. If you're able to do 12, no more and no less, that's okay too. Try to continue at a weight that works you right into that sweet spot of about 5 to 10 reps. It may mean going up in weight throughout your workout until you're using a weight that you can only do 5 reps of. Other days, your body will prefer to keep it light and do more reps. You may choose to keep a log or journal, written or on your phone, to help you remember what the number is on the weight you're moving and for how many reps and sets. This will give you a point of reference for your progress. There's no wrong way to strength train for general strength and wellness if you don't have a specific athletic or performance goal. Just keep showing up, keep moving heavy things, and you'll be able to look back and see the measurable progress of your strength gains. Remember how pulleys were made to make things easier for us? That's not a bad thing when it comes to strength training because a cable machine makes a lot of other things easier for us too, like having a full body's worth of strength exercises in your garage, or activating some muscle groups in easier ways. For example, if I wanted to work my triceps with the help of just gravity and no pulleys, with just some weight in my hands, they'd have to come over my head like this, either sitting or lying down. But with a cable machine, it looks like this. If I wanted to work certain parts of my chest, I'd have to lie down on a bench or the ground like this. But with a cable machine, it looks like... Or if I wanted to work my back, I'd have to bend over like this, or lie on my stomach on the bench. But with a cable machine, it looks like this. Not only are many of these positions uncomfortable for a lot of people, like beginners who are likely to lack mobility, for some others, they're actually just physically impossible. The cable machine is a great solution to make sure you can get your full strength workout in, go as heavy as you like, and control range of motion. That's why they're pretty popular for rehabilitative exercises and post-surgery rehab. And also for super strong people, it allows them to go very heavy on exercises in a much safer way than free weights could. As a matter of fact, one of the most popular and often misunderstood cable machine exercises is the lat pull down. The lat pull down is a great way to engage and strengthen this muscle group without having to contort your body. Here's how to do it correctly. At the end of the day, the cable machine is a very diverse piece of gym equipment that you'll find in almost any gym, and you can get a great full body strength workout from it. They fit nicely in the home and garage gym and don't require owning a complete set of free weights to get your strength training in. And if you're wondering how often you should work out, stay tuned to my Patreon channel for a release of a bonus content clip that addresses just that. Keep being your badass self. Let me know if you have any questions. Tell me how your cable machine workouts are going, all in our online community. So remember, be safe, have fun, ask questions, make friends, get out there, and live, love, lift. You may have noticed my shirt this episode says, I kettlebell for homeless kids. I'm representing an awesome charity called Kettlebells for Kids. What they do is they hold athletic events throughout the country, and all year long they raise money. And what they do with that money is they take it and they put it into building indoor, safe movement spaces for children who are homeless all over the country. If you donate money to Kettlebells for Kids from your state in the United States, that money will go directly towards funding safe indoor play spaces for homeless kids in your state. For more information, check out their website. We'll see you next month on What Do I Do at the Gym? The theme of next episode is going to be the barbell. That was awesome.